and Bentner as the central striker. Arshavin the goal scorer. As the second half gets underway, Liverpool attacking towards the Kop, which is down to our left. Here's Torres now, early ball in, but too close to Fabianski, who was arguably the player of the first half because of the number of saves that he made. Couple of uncertain moments, but some very good saves. And another thing to mention, Mark, we saw at half-time replay on the goal, and Fabregas was onside, it appeared, when it was played through to him by Nasri.
Very, very tight. The other thing is Liverpool have now gone Kaut on the right, Benayoun up through the middle of Torres.
Yeah. Here is Benayoun in possession. Evades the challenge from Song. Benayoun's comes straight off the defender, Sylvestre, and is behind for a corner to Liverpool. Liverpool 6 corners in the first half, but didn't really threaten, apart from the header from Aga, that I think was going wide in any case, a glancing header. Here is Alonso. Dinks it out of the penalty area, and a shot from Aurelio, which he slices well wide by 15, 16 yards behind for a goal kick.
You know, wasn't it? And you probably score one every 3 seasons from there, in all fairness.
So, as we mentioned, Arsenal also have the potential threat of Walcott on the substitutes bench this evening, but no Van Persie, no Adebayor this evening. 5 changes from the FA Cup semi-final. Liverpool, of course, weren't playing at the weekend. 1-0, but Liverpool had a number of chances in the first half. A couple of efforts from Torres that were well saved. Benayoun had a very good chance that Fabianski smothered, and 1 or 2 other saves besides. 1-0 Arsenal lead. Arshavin's goal is third for Arsenal, just less than 10 minutes before half-time. And again, if you weren't listening in the first half, the other surprise tonight is the fact that Liverpool's joint owners, George Gillette and Tom Hicks, are here, and they're sitting next to each other in the director's box, and they still are in the second half. I can see them. Here's Nasri to Song, but Song's pass is nowhere near Bentner, who was actually in space on the right. Forward to Liverpool and Torres, but he can't keep it in, right underneath our commentary position, and it's out for a throw into Arsenal. And Torres is actually running down the touchline to get the ball back, to give it to Sagna to take the throw. It's a dry night. Floodlights brightly on now, and Sagna takes the throw up towards Bentner, headed away by Aurelio. Comes out of play for a Liverpool throw that Alonso, I think, won, because Nasri felt it was an Arsenal throw, and he might have been right. Aurelio takes it. Mascherano, Alonso, bouncing ball, beats Bentner to it, but it's nicked back for Arsenal by Danielson. Now Nasri stretching on the halfway line. Just a little scrappy this after what was a very watchable first half. And then Riera is challenged by Arshavin, and it's out of play again for a throw-in. It's actually possibly the most undistinguished little piece of play that we've seen in the game so far.
Yeah, because it's been good, isn't it?
Yeah. Aurelio forward, but headed away by Touré this time. Touré's had a couple of torrid moments in the game up against Torres. Now, Arbeloa plays it via a deflection in towards the penalty spot. Indecision between Sagna and Touré. Sagna give it to Kaut. Kaut's cross straight in the defender. Kaut cross again. Touré's header. It's into the bottom corner and Liverpool equalise. Fernando Torres picked out the bottom corner. Fabianski's dive, couldn't reach it, and it's Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1.
Yeah, it was a double cross, wasn't it? First cross blocked from Kaut, came straight back to him. He just helped it back in with quite a lot of loft, actually. It's a really good header from Torres, because he had to get it downward with some pace on it, but Fabianski was nowhere near it.
Well, we said in the first half that Liverpool, in terms of the challenge for the title, needed an early goal. Well, having been a goal down at half-time, they really needed an early goal in the second half, but they've got one. And the indecision again in the Arsenal defence, I think the key moment there, the fact that Sagna and Touré together delayed in clearing it, and in the end, Sagna hit it straight at Kaut. And Kaut, having switched to the right, provided the cross for the goal for Torres' header. And here is Torres now, after just scoring his 15th of the season in all competitions for Liverpool. But Torres runs down a blind alley, and it's away downfield. And I can tell you, Northampton have equalised against Scunthorpe in League One. Northampton 2, Scunthorpe 2, and Yeovil 0, Hereford 2, also in League One. Bentner has fallen awkwardly, and the referee, again, is not allowing the Arsenal physio on, although Bentner did fall awkwardly.
He's all right, John. Well done, ref.
Bentner's still down on his haunches, but Howard Webb says, I think you're going to live, as Jimmy Anfield would say. And Liverpool take the free kick. 1-1 the score. Anfield comes alive, at least the Liverpool supporters do. Here's Benayoun, now into the edge of the box. Auriera miscontrolled. Mascherano then headed it. Count drives it across, and the whistle has gone for the offside decision.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it was a simple ball played through. There's 2-3 red shirts in there. I don't know what happened to Arsenal defensively.
1-1, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. The atmosphere, by the way, tonight has been excellent. It's been really noisy, really loud. And
no, just Bentner jumping, winning the header. He had the bad back.
Yeah, he's okay now. The referee spotted it. Reina's clearance long, headed away by Gibbs. Arshavin under pressure, plays it forward, and it comes off Fabregas and just runs through to Agger. And in fact, the ball was out on the far side when Arshavin was challenging and put it out for a throw to Liverpool.
Good change by Benitez tactically. Count on the right.
Worked instantly.
Cross for Torres.
Yeah. Well, as I said at the start, I suspected that was how they were actually going to start the game with Benayoun in the central area. But virtually the whole of the first half, it was Count in the middle. And here is Count now, who chests the ball down into the penalty area. Count still persistent. Sylvester's there as well. Didn't deal with it, and in the end, Fabianski puts it out for a throw.
John Arsenal can't get out of the half at the moment. That's to do with Liverpool, but also with poor defending from Arsenal.
Liverpool have got a chance here if they can capitalise on this uncertainty at the back that Arsenal have in this present time. With the noise behind them, attacking towards the Kop. 1-1 the score in the Barclays Premier League. Liverpool trying to go back to the top of the table this evening, although Manchester United, would then, after tonight, have 2 games in hand on them. Here's Nasri, down below us. Sanya plays it back to Nasri. And then Fabregas with a touch. But Liverpool quick to intercept. And then Fabregas plays it out to the right-hand side where Bentner slid after it and swung a leg after it and couldn't stop it out for a throw, which is taken quickly. Count now to Torres. Torres looks lively as he takes it on through the middle, but just overran it. And Arsenal could clear. Now Count in with the challenge on Gibbs. Arbeloa is there as well, and Sylvester has to come across and power it into the third row of the main stand.
Arsenal doing well not to buckle here under the pressure.
They really have to be strong here. Torres, on that occasion, when he ran forward, looked almost unstoppable. Now it's pumped into the penalty area by Mascherano, and Toure was there to head it away unchallenged. And then Carragher now has to chase back into his own half to pick up the ball that was cleared away downfield. Still Gloucester 6, Worcester 13 in the Guinness Premiership. 10 minutes to go at Kingsholm. Liverpool in possession. Agger playing tonight instead of Skirtle, who's on the bench. One of 2 changes from Stamford Bridge. Agger takes it a long way up the left wing until Sanya plays it into him, and it bounces out for a throw-in to Arsenal halfway inside their own half. What a noise inside the ground. If it stays like this, Liverpool will go top on goal difference tonight. But Anfield and Liverpool know it really has to be a win. 1-1. Here's Song. Now to the left-hand side. Gibbs cuts inside Mascherano. Still Gibbs. Tries to thread a pass, which he does actually, to Nasri on this right-hand side. Nasri, then back to Fabregas. Looks up, sees Danielson. And Sanya available. Sanya tried to win a free kick. He stayed down. Aurelio's challenge. I'm not sure there was much in that. And the referee thinks likewise. Count to Riera now as Liverpool sweep forward, but Benayoun's overhit the pass when one good ball might have sent Torres through on goal. Oh, it's given away by Fabianski. Poor clearance, but Count, it bounced off him, and Arsenal have got it back.
I'm not sure whether the pass from Benayoun, I think he saw both Riera and Torres. He sort of got caught between the two of them, didn't he, in terms of where to pass it to.
And then free kick goes against, I think it was Benayoun with a foot up. Sanya is still struggling after that challenge from Aurelio. I think he's okay now, though, as he crosses.
Don't worry, when the ball comes to him, he'll be fine.
Yeah. He's now back in position at right back. 1-1 the score on BBC 5 Live as Bentner and Carragher just tangle. Carragher plays it back to Reina. Long downfield, took a little flick. Benayoun's after it. Sylvester plays it back to Fabianski, who had to be very careful. and angled it out to Gibbs, and Gibbs has given it away. And Count now into the penalty area. Count's crossed to the back post. Benayoun's there. It hits the post. Or did it cross the line? Liverpool are saying it crossed the line. The assistant's given it. The goal is given. Benayoun scored and Liverpool lead 2-1.
It was miles across the line, John. There's absolutely no argument whatsoever from the Arsenal players. None whatsoever. Fabianski must have got it from about 4 foot from behind the line. And the referee's assistant on the far side immediately said it was in. Easily.
Yes. Well, it was certainly a foot and a half. And Benayoun, Benayoun has stayed down. Liverpool players all leapt up on top of him. On the turf, next to the goal, in front of the Kop. Not sure whether the injury was in putting the ball in the net or for his teammates landed on top of him. But I think he's going to be okay. So 2-1 Liverpool lead. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. And we've still got, 35 minutes to play.
And again, it was Arsenal failing to clear the lines. Very, very sloppy.
Here's Benayoun, who has given a tremendous reception from down below us in the centenary stand. He's running to this side of the field because having received treatment, he has to do that, of course. So Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1 now after Arsenal led at half-time. A goal at Derby, Ian Brown.
It's Derby 0, Reading 2. Shane Long was onside this time. He had plenty of time to think about as he took on goalkeeper Bywater, but he slotted it low into the net. Derby 0, Reading 2.
Given away by Aurelio, and that meant that Fabregas could take it on. Bentner, now back to Nasri, but in came Count with a challenge. And Mascherano shrugs off Bentner. And Mascherano drives a high ball forward for Torres against Sylvestre. And he very nearly headed it on past Sylvestre. But the Arsenal defender just got it.
The problem for Arsenal at the moment, they are 3 departments of the team. I think they're not even moving as one, they're not attacking as one, they're certainly not defending as one. And just the back four, it's Liverpool running at them. There is no protection in front of Touré and Sylvestre at all.
It's been a stunning start to the second half. And Anfield, the Kop, the crowd really played their part. But real tempo, great pressure. It's now Northampton 2, Scunthorpe 3 in League One. Scunthorpe going for promotion, Northampton in danger of relegation. But those 2 goals coming within around about 5-6 minutes of each other. First Torres header, then Benayoun. Here they come again, Liverpool. Touré though heads it away on the edge of the box. Aurelio takes it up down the left-hand side. Aurelio looks infield, finds Alonso. Benayoun, then back to Mascherano. 10 yards inside Arsenal territory. Forward it goes to Riera. Now Torres. Riera was caught. Torres actually got away from Sanya and Touré, but the whistle had gone to bring it back for the free kick.
The whistle had already gone, just as Riera hit the floor, and Torres was performing his trick to go past the 2 defenders. Howard Webb had already blown.
So 2-1 Liverpool lead. Breathless start to the second half. Alonso and Aurelio are over the ball. 2-man Arsenal wall. Referee Howard Webb is talking to Fabregas, who is one of those 2. Fabregas and Nasri together. Not showing any great urgency in moving back the full 10 yards. Doesn't look it from our angle up here. So, free kick. Alonso will take it. Here it goes. Swirling into the back post and beyond the far post and behind for a goal kick.
It just looked for a second, we are right behind it, but it just looked for a second as though Fabianski wasn't quite sure where it was going, didn't it? Also, just before that, Howard Webb had a word with Fabregas, and it looked like he was saying to him, listen, I'm refereeing, not you.
2-1 Liverpool lead. Benayoun with, I think, what must be called a brave header, for the goal. Scored some important goals, hasn't he, lately?
Very much. We said it about him getting in great positions in the penalty area.
Well, he could have scored a header in the first half. Torres, looked as though he might have been fouled by Song. Count now is in there, and he, is adjudged to have fouled Fabregas. Arsenal take the free kick quickly. Now it's Nasri to Sanya. Sanya now cuts in field. Sanya looks up and finds Danielson. Little touch from him. Fabregas, nice touch with his instep. To Bentner inside the box. Liverpool defenders coming back. Bentner, then back to Fabregas. Back to the penalty area. And Fabregas, as a result, has to play it back to Son, who beat Alonso. Now Fabregas tries to slip it through, and that was a back pass from Count that was a little short. And Reina had to clear it with Arshavin sliding in, but he had every right to go for the ball, Arshavin.
He did. And I'm not sure whether he caught Rain. I think Rain just jumped out of the way and the referee's given a free kick to Liverpool. But it's some of the interplay right in and around the edge of the penalty area there by Arsenal is excellent.
The goal, that second goal for Liverpool, the cross came in to Benayoun at the back post. I think there were two Arsenal defenders with him. Benayoun got to it, and the header, certainly the replay showed, was 1.5 feet, 2 feet over the line before it was clawed away by Fabianski. And now Riera has gone down, reacting to the challenge from Sagna. Well, he's clutching his face, Riera. I'm not sure whether there was a flailing arm.
I think it was accidental.
Well, he still clutches his face, and he still rides around on the ground.
I don't know, it might have been a little bit worse. He might have thrown his arm out when you see the replay.
But, I mean, I've only half caught that replay. I'm not sure whether it actually made contact with it.
There's a yellow.
Yellow card for Sagna. That's the first booking of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-1 Arsenal lead. We've got just under half an hour to play. So as it stands, Liverpool going 2 points clear at the top of the table tonight. Manchester United will have 2 games in hand. Riera is finally now climbing to his feet. I'm not sure whether it quite merited that reaction.
No. He's from the same village in Mallorca as Nadal, isn't he? Manacor.
You told me that 3 times before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
He has a free kick then as a result of that challenge by Sagna on Riera. I'm sure somebody will be listening who hasn't heard it. Here's Alonso now to the right-hand side. Arbeloa with the cross, headed away by Silvestre. Comes back to Arbeloa on that right-hand side, who cleverly beat Gibbs. Now Mascherano to Kaut, who turns. Arbeloa now plays it right across the edge of the penalty area. Torres shoots on the turn, but straight at Fabianski.
Great first touch from Torres. A little swivel, right foot hit. Didn't get great contact on it.
Overall, Mark, what would you say about Liverpool's performance tonight, overall?
I think they've been good. They've carried a goal threat all the time. I mean, they have been helped by Arsenal. Arsenal at the back, they're no resemblance to the rest of the team. The rest of the team of Arsenal's very, very good, especially midfield, outstanding. But at the back, they're all over the place.
Sometimes, we say that they need Steven Gerrard to give them the sort of drive that they've had tonight. But it's here without Gerrard. 2-1 Liverpool lead. It would be a 6th consecutive league win if Liverpool can hang on to what they've got at the moment. Aurelio now to Benayoun. To the left-hand side, Riera could be in here, into the penalty area, pulls it across, but the sliding block from Toure, who timed that perfectly to block it behind for a corner.
I just felt with Riera, his second or his third touch seemed to get it underneath his feet and just gave a little bit of time for Toure to get in. I thought after the first touch, I'd have been blasting it with his favourite left foot across the goalkeeper.
Well, we said in the first half and at half-time, there's going to be an Arsenal change very shortly. Walcott is going to come on for Arsenal, I'm hearing from Alistair Yeomans, who's in the tunnel at the other side of the ground. Corner to Liverpool. Alonso takes it to the edge of the 6-yard box. Bentner's back there to head it away powerfully and well. Liverpool pick up possession again in the red, attacking towards the packed cop. Out to the right it goes to Kaut, who then drifts infield. He's on his right foot, all right foot, through to Benayoun, who's given offside. I thought he was offside. And Northampton's 3, Scunthorpe 3.
You know where the referee's assistant waits a little bit. They say, just wait a little minute. Why do they when they're so offside anyway?
Well, I thought Benayoun had already touched it before the flag actually went up.
He had.
We've got just over 25 minutes to play. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. I was going to say, Mark, in the first half and at half-time we're talking about, the Arsenal threat on the counter-attack, which is there. But because Liverpool have started so positively, they've just penned Arsenal back.
Well, they're suffocating Arsenal, aren't they?
Reina clears from his hands. Gibbs heads it out on the far side.
Who do you think will come off for Arsenal, John? Nasri?
Well, I was thinking either Arshavin or Nasri. Let's have a look. Here's the board. And Mr. Nielsen is coming on.
All right. So Nasri will move inside, I would have thought.
Well, let's have a look. Wondering if he... Well, let's have a look and see what he does. There's the possibility of 4-4-2. But Walcott is
Yeah, Nasri's
thinking
come,
of Nasri.
yeah, he's going to come face side.
Yeah, I'm telling Nasri.
Walcott on the right.
Throw into Liverpool then. 2-1 Liverpool lead on 5 Live. And Mascherano takes it and gives it back to the taker of the throw, Arbeloa, who might have been caught late there. He was. It's the assistant who's given it. Arbeloa played it and he was caught by Arshavin. So it's a free kick to Liverpool out on the right flank. Yeovil 1, Hereford 2 now. In the Championship, by the way, just while we've got a little stoppage here, latest scores: Charlton 1, Cardiff 0 still, Coventry 0, Barnsley 1, and Derby 0, Reading 2 are the scores. Free kick then for Liverpool. Aurelio, the left back, has gone across, so it'll be an in-swinger from that side. The two-man Arsenal wall again doesn't retreat the full distance, and Howard Webb makes sure they do. Liverpool with 5 players in and around the edge of the penalty area. Aurelio waits, 1 foot on the pitch, both feet off the pitch. Drives in the free kick now into the 6-yard box. Fabianski comes and the flag goes up. So,
Presumably for offside.
Yeah. It didn't look it.
Good punch, by the way, by Fabianski.
Under pressure. Well, there was room for improvement on that. Very good saves from Fabianski through the game, but 1 or 2 unconvincing punches. 2-1 Liverpool lead after Arshavin gave Arsenal the lead 10 minutes before the half-time with a shot in off the crossbar. Oh, it's been given away by Arbeloa. Arshavin takes it on. Oh, shoots brilliantly into the goal. And Arsenal have struck back again. And it's 2-2 now at Anfield.
I think it was Arbeloa, wasn't it? It seemed to dilly and dally, and the next thing is Arshavin just gambled, pinched the ball off him, came forward, inside left position, into the penalty area, and he's hit a howitzer right across Reina to the far corner. I mean, it's brilliantly finished, but Liverpool defensive just seemed to completely open up.
Arbeloa is standing down there looking at the heavens. His mistake. And from almost nowhere, Arshavin with a brilliant shot. You know, it was presented to him, but goodness me, he took advantage.
Johnny, he had a postage stamp to aim at.
Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. And suddenly the atmosphere changes. I can tell you it is Dagenham 3, Brentford 1 now. Goal back for Brentford, who seem to be stumbling again this evening. But 2-2 here. And it is halfway through the second half on 5 Live at Anfield. And here is Alan Green.
And here's Kurt running forward. He seemed to push Gibbs over, and he does, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. Well, that was just a sensational strike by Arshavin. Absolutely sensational.
It was just a little gap over, wasn't it? It was like, go on, you're not going to stick it in there, are you?
Well, given the angle we've got looking out from the centenary stand, I'm thinking that angle is very acute to shoot from there, but it was brilliant. Though it has to be said, both Arsenal goals have come courtesy of poor Liverpool defensive decisions. First of all by Mascherano and then by Arbeloa.
You'd argue that Liverpool's goals are the same, a bit of a ditto, Alan, from the way Arsenal defended or didn't.
Here's Arbeloa on the far side. Again, he's caught in possession. Mascherano goes in, wins it back. Again, Liverpool have to win. Cout on to Mascherano. He's going to run down that far touchline. He got a nudge there from Nasri. The linesman was close by. He saw nothing wrong. I'm going to go with his judgment because he's far closer to the incident than we are. Here's Walcott now. Well, it's a drama-filled game. It really is. Not quite Chelsea-Liverpool, the Champions League. Great cross in by Walcott. Bentner couldn't get his head to the ball, and Reina rushes to the far side of the field to keep it afloat.
Well, the other thing as well is this game's only going to get better because Liverpool have to win, so they have to push forward. They push forward, and Arsenal now with Walcott on as well. It's just going to be a rip-roarer to the end.
Here's Fabregas to Song, and Bentner. That's a good ball by Bentner to Nasri. Walcott a little too far forward, so too is Bentner. He's surely offside. Comes back onside. Now, well done, Nasri. Finds Arshavin. He's on a hat-trick, remember. On to Nasri. Nasri cross in there. There's a mistake. It's in the hat-trick. Arshavin, right-footed, low onto the goalkeeper, Reina, and another catastrophic defensive error by Liverpool. I think it was Aurelio at fault.
It was Aurelio. and under no great pressure, the ball came in. Bentner had missed it. I don't think there was another Arsenal player in there for at least 5 yards, and it was just a really, really poor header. And it's a good finish by O'Shavin, obviously, but again, Liverpool have gifted Arsenal another goal.
As I said, he was on a hat-trick. Well, he ain't done a lot, O'Shavin, but wow. That's 3 goals for the Russian.
Well,
Brilliant.
the thing is, Alan, defensively, you couldn't have put that ball. It wasn't a header, sorry, it was just a play with his feet. You couldn't have put that ball in a worse position, right to O'Shavin's feet.
So, Arsenal, having been 1 up, then 2-1 down, now lead 3-2. Torres shoots, that angle was very acute, and it's wide of goal.
And Liverpool getting quite a lot of joy with a diagonal ball, left to right, full-back position, to Count on the right-hand side, who's out-jumping Gibbs at will and just knocking things either on or down to the fellow Liverpool players.
I suppose I could mention that
isn't it?
Reina has yet to keep a clean sheet against Arsenal at 8 appearances. He's been beaten 3 times tonight. 19 minutes left for play. Arsenal lead 3-2. Ball's out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Arsenal. Bentner's going to take it. Back it goes to Nasri. Nasri to Sanya. Sanya feeds it on. Agger clears. That's going straight to Song, who heads it to Nasri. And that's a good flick by Nasri to Gibbs. On to Song. Arsenal threatening further goals. It's played through. Fabregas is surely offside. He is offside. Charlton 2, Cardiff 1 now.
Probably just as well he was offside, by the way, because Reina smashed it against Carragher.
And Rotherham 2, Morecambe 1, I think.
It is.
So I was hearing the score when you were talking.
Morecambe on the edge of the playoffs, I think.
Well, the ball's gone into the Arsenal crowd, and they didn't give it back until the other ball was produced, and now they do throw it back onto
give you the ball to O'Shavin.
Gloucester 6, Worcester 13. That's a final score. Reina with the free kick to Agger. On now to Mascherano. Agger approaching the halfway line. Into Aurelio, guilty for the 3rd goal. Riera down the left side, calls it in. Torres is there, inside the penalty. Torres again, great work by Torres, and Torres makes it 3-3. It's a fantastic goal by Fernando Torres.
That's absolutely brilliant. And he's back to the goal. He's just under 18 yards out. Great first touch. He waited to feel where the defender was, just pushed it to one side and whacked it into the bottom corner as Babel's about to come on. Is it Babel?
For Riera, yes, Babel for Riera. Well, it is beginning to get like Chelsea and Liverpool.
I told you it's going to open up. It's got to. Arsene Wenger's reaction to the goal as well was a bit like Sir Alex Ferguson's to the non-penalty on Sunday.
Well, 3-3. We've had great passing. We've had mistakes. Increasingly, it's that Champions League game, Chelsea-Liverpool last week. Liverpool had ball once more, and it's 3-3. What did it finish at Stamford Bridge? 4-4? We've still got 17 minutes to go. Here's Nasri, and Riera had gone off the pitch to the near side of the field, and he sort of run the whole way round there. And now here's Song for Arsenal, in towards Bentner. Bentner, chance for 4-3. Oh, it's in! Bentner scored!
Offside.
Incredible! No, he's offside! My word. I'm not sure about that. Frankly, I'm not sure about anything anymore. Ball upfield. Cleared away by Sylvester. Don't you just love football?
Yeah, the linesman's flag went, or the referee's assistant's flag went up very, very quickly.
The trouble is, unless we actually stand up here or lean dramatically forward, we cannot see.
I can.
Oh, you're a genius. Agger hits it cross field. Agger chases after. Gibbs just allows it to go behind for a goal kick.
It's not a position where you really want to lean over, is it?
Well, no, you don't want to. If you fall from this side, you're dead. 16 minutes to go here.
Like
another dramatic evening on 5 Live. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. O'Shavin's had a hat-trick. Torres has had 2, and Benayoun only 1. Now, Torres was, well, he rolled over as if he was fouled there. He certainly fell over, but the referee, however, who's actually had an excellent game, saw nothing wrong. Ball's head out of play. Dagenham 3, Brentford 1 is a full time. This game kicked off at 8 o'clock. Here's Mascherano running forward between two Arsenal defenders. Toure surely too strong for him. Well, that was a barge by Mascherano on Toure, but he got away with that, the Argentine, and Toure had to put it out for a throw-in. Close to the corner flag. Liverpool attacking the Cop end, and the noise is fantastic at Anfield. Thrown by Arbeloa to Kuyt. Back now to Mascherano. Alonso's available. Mascherano just chips it forward. Arshavin blocked it with some part of his body, and it's out for another throw-in.
Mascherano let the referee's assistant know as well.
Yeah. Throw goes to Kuyt, right at the penalty area. Kuyt, no room to turn, hoping for a foul challenge. It was a fair challenge, and Arsenal should clear. And then Arbeloa might be booked here for that tackle. Or is he just being ticked off? Just being ticked off. Who do you fancy?
Brittany.
Even with all that weight she's put on. Free kick to Arsenal. Less than a quarter of an hour to go at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. I hope for Sir Alex's state of health he's not bothering to watch or listen to this game. He won't be sure which way it's going. Fabregas delaying a Liverpool free kick. Fabregas should back off the 10 yards. He just refuses to go. He thinks he should referee the game. Agger plays the free kick to Mascherano. Mascherano onto Arbeloa and play back. Carragher to Reina, and Reina out to Carragher again. So many defensive mistakes made tonight, though. You think any time it goes near the penalty area, there's another likely goal. Kuyt heads it on. Torres chases after it. Toure just manages to slot the clearance in. It hits his defender. Out comes Fabianski, who slides and gets there before Torres.
That's a good clearance by Toure, but it hit Sanya, didn't it? And almost played Torres back in then.
Fabianski has the ball.
He's limping, Torres.
Yeah. Don't think he's coming off, though. Fabianski with the clearance upfield. Alonso with a header back towards the far side. Kuyt chases across there, can't keep it in play, and it's a throw into Arsenal. 13 minutes to go, 3-3. Throw in for Arsenal goes to Song. Song in the centre circle to Bentner. Back to Nasri. And Nasri now to Sanya. Bentner on to Walcott, and, well, Aurelio dived in there. He must have got a touch on the ball. It's out of play. It's like Charlton 2, Cardiff 2 in the Championship. And it's full time at Derby. Reading have won 2-0 at Derby. Here we are at Anfield, 12 and a half minutes to go, and this is 5 Live. Tomorrow night it'll be Manchester United Portsmouth, and of course we'll be keeping right across Everton Chelsea. Benayoun to Kuyt in the centre circle. Finds Mascherano, he should have played it the other way. That's where it's going now, towards Arbeloa. Arbeloa takes it on his chest. Benayoun's ahead of him. Flick towards the Israeli. Headed away well by Sylvester. Excellent defensive header.
It hit him on the back of the head.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was delivering with that. And now we always have rated Sylvester. There's a cross into the penalty area. Benayoun trying to bring it down, and then it's half cleared. Only half cleared. Mascherano to Babel, edge of the penalty area. Babel on his right foot, shoots, hits the defender. Babel with another chance, left edge of the box. Defender dives in, that's Song. Song wins the ball. Song clears it, and Fabregas should clear it very carefully for Arsenal. Oh, it hits Sanya. Mascherano's in there again. It's absolute Keystone Cup stop this. Alonso for Liverpool. Oh, don't you just love it when it really matters and teams go for it like this? Coventry won, Barnsley won. Coventry equalised there with a penalty. Here's Torres. Torres feeding the ball back to Carragher. Onto the far side, pass slightly underhit. Still reaches Arbeloa. 12 minutes to go. Back to Alonso. Alonso chips the ball in the direction of Babel. Babel heads it down. Benayoun waited. Had he taken the ball instead of Nasri, he'd have had a chance for Liverpool. Here's Arbeloa again. Arbeloa surely fouled by Song. Not once, but twice. Referee plays the advantage. Arbeloa to Benayoun. Benayoun to Arbeloa. There was a foul there, Benayoun, and here's a free kick to Liverpool.
Yeah, well done, the referee. Trying to play an advantage in which there wasn't and brought the ball back. All Shaving's had a word with him, but well done to the ref. He's been excellent tonight, by the way.
Sorry?
Howard Webb.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
You know, trying to let the game flow.
I've watched him a lot this season, and he's made the odd wicket, but overall he is clearly our best referee. I'm delighted he's got the FA Cup final, and it is absurd that means that will be his only FA Cup final. You know, it's one and you're out.
The other thing as well is that the way in which he plays his playing injury is great. Just doesn't let the trainer on. How good is that?
Now the free kick's a little over 25 yards from goal. Pretty much central. Arsenal have got what? 5 players in the wall, and the other yellow shirts are lined on the edge of the penalty area. Here's Alonso, right-footed over the crossbar.
Yeah.
Disappointing for Alonso. Mascherano making sure that Fabianski doesn't waste time taking the goal kick. Fabianski, of course, will replace the ball. 10, Rotherham 3, Morecambe 2. 10 minutes to go at Anfield here on 5 Live. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. There's time for at least one more goal. Carragher heads the ball back. Benayoun heads it on. Torres chases after it. Sylvester anxious, gets there first and knocks it into the main stand on the far side of the field towards Hicks and Gillette.
You want to see Benitez at the moment. He's behaving like a man who's got a severe case of piles, Alan. He just can't sit down.
Arbeloa chips it in. Sylvester clears, left-footed in the volley. Bentner jumps. Carragher's there. Carragher heads it back. And Agger to Reina. And Reina with the clearance, right-footed. Driven over the halfway line. Benayoun jumps. Good header on. Finding Babel. Babel turns. He can run at Sanya now from the left side. Running toward the penalty here. Beating Sanya. Pulls the cross back. Sanya gets his right foot to the ball. It's a corner.
Well, Sanya did well in the end. Power of recovery, but he's just a little bit too open when Babel was running at him.
Corner to Liverpool. Cop end from the left. Alonso, right-footed. Plays it in. Headed off the line. Goodness gracious, the header was called by, and it was headed up the line by Gibbs. It was Torres. That would have been the hat-trick.
There you go, man on the post yet again, saved another goal.
Corner to Liverpool, this time from the far side. The right. Aurelio to take it. In swinging corner, testing Fabianski. They've got men patrolling each of the posts, Arsenal. That's the right way to do it. Some pushing in the penalty area. Hardware tells them off.
One's come off the post now, Alan. Nasri. So there's just one man at the near post defensively for Arsenal.
Aurelio waits. A lot of jostling for position. Played in. Good punch away by Fabianski. Drops to Carragher. Carragher shot in the volley over the crossbar.
I tell you what, it was unlucky because that's a real difficult skill. Dropping out of the sky. Everybody's watching. You're waiting for it to come down. And he's trying to sort of hit it side-footed rather than slash at him. It's a decent effort.
Yeah, it was a couple of yards wide though. We couldn't tell from this angle. 8 minutes to go before stoppage time. It's been an excellent game of football.
I tell you who's done well for Arsenal tonight, impressing me, Bentner. He's had a good game.
Reina hits it right-footed. Torres waits. It runs beyond Fernando Torres. Gibbs heads it away. Song doesn't clear it properly. Flick towards Kite. Kite heads it in towards Benayoun. Song is there, and Song slaps the clearance towards the halfway line. Carragher lets it run out of play and takes the throw in himself to Agger. Putting Agger under a little bit of pressure there because Fabregas is nearby. Agger turns back to Reina. Reina hits it upfield. Kite jumps. Cardiff 2, Charlton 2, Cardiff 2's full-time score. Here's Bentner on the far side of the field. Agger dives in and the ball goes out and it's a throw into Arsenal. On the far side. You still think Arsenal can win this game? After the way they can counter-attack. They played some lovely football as well, haven't they?
So good to watch. I think they've gone a little bit though. I think they're hanging on for 3-3 here. That is the score, isn't it?
I think so. I think so. 7 minutes left. Alonso heads the ball away, and then there's a mistaken header by Shaban, but Nasri shouldn't have won it. Nasri did win it. Shoots, and it's wide. Well, that was another error by Liverpool.
Yeah. Oops.
Reina slips as he makes the clearance, but it does reach the halfway line towards Mascherano, who can only hook it out of play, throw into Arsenal.
Yeah, Gibbs did really well. He wasn't sure where to go and close Mascherano down, knowing that Cat was behind him. He got close enough to make Mascherano hurry.
Arsenal are slowing things down. You wouldn't blame them. Gibbs with the throw-in over the halfway line. Bentner chests it down. Arbeloa clears it though, and it's with Mascherano chipping it towards Benayoun. Touré takes it on his chest a little awkwardly, and then slices the ball away to the far side. Kite heads it in field. Sylvester heads it down. Who's for? Don't follow that one at all. Aurelio into Alonso and back to Carragher. Carragher drifted over the halfway line. Mascherano chests it down. He could have actually headed the ball carefully down below. Instead, he lost it. Song on to Fabregas. Arshavin on the far side of the field. He's already scored 3 tonight. Arshavin cutting in toward the penalty. Finds the Arsenal skipper Fabregas. Back now to Nasri. Nasri now to the right side and Walcott. Walcott to Nasri. Arsenal aren't settling for a draw here, to their great credit. Song now. And Song hits it toward the far side. Arshavin can't control it. It's an awful pass by Song. It's out of play. And here is Elzar. For Couch. You follow that?
No, not really.
5 minutes to go. Very raw youngster, Elzar. Torres to Elzar. Manages to get the ball into Mascherano. Here's Alonso. And Alonso drills it to the left side to Babel. Babel now. On to Benayoun. Left of the penalty area. Aurelio's available. Benayoun didn't play it to him initially. Now he does. Aurelio back to Benayoun on his right foot. Well, awful from Benayoun. I think he just mishit that. It was a poor clearance by Arsenal. And then Elzar loses the ball near to the penalty area. I doubt the Kite would have done that. Arshavin rushes over the halfway line. Still running forward. Fabregas in a great position. Arshavin can't find him, but gets the ball back. Arshavin now to Walcott. Fabregas still forward. Now Walcott. And Walcott shoots when he should have crossed. Bender was on the far post.
Yeah, it would have been absolute brilliant pass though to be able to pick him out from there. If nothing was on, he should have just waited.
What was Elzar doing? Arbeloa to Torres. Torres over the halfway line. The pass to Elzar. Elzar back to Alonso on the halfway line. 3.5 minutes to go. Plus, I'm sure we're going to have about 3 minutes of stoppage time. We only had 1 minute at the end of the first half, but there'll be more now. Aurelio to Babel. Babel, left side, cutting infield, as he tends to do. Finds Mascherano. Mascherano delay. Caught in possession by Nasri. Oh, lucky boy, Mascherano. Referee's given a free kick, which Aurelio takes quickly. Liverpool have to move quickly. 3 minutes to go. Carragher comes forward. Carragher still running forward. Carragher then shoots, and that's a waste. That's a goal kick.
I think he kicked the ground in the end, didn't he? It was one of those, please tackle me quickly.
Yes. Point won't be enough for Liverpool, Mark.
No, it won't. No.
I mean, there may be another twist or turn in the title race, but you just feel that Liverpool have to win all their games.
It doesn't really exert any pressure on Manchester
No, it
United.
doesn't. No. They'd be in the comfort zone tomorrow night. Okay, behind a goal difference, but 2 games in hand. Diaby's coming on for Arsenal. That'll tighten things up. I thought he played quite well in the semi-final on Saturday. Alonso loses the ball. Here's Bentner. 4 players forward for Arsenal. Poor pass by Bentner. Babel to Alonso. And Alonso onto Babel. He's got plenty of room to run forward to. Over the halfway line. Into the Arsenal half. Beats Bender. Running forward. Babel's already made 40 yards. In towards Benayoun. Benayoun wanted the ball to run kindly for him. It didn't. And it's cleared by Arsenal. And Walcott spins. And here's Fabregas. On to Walcott again. Down the right side. Liverpool can't win the game defending the ball in their own half. It's back to Bender. Bender now. It's so open. Mascherano gets in a tackle. Ball squirt to the far side though. And look at Gibbs. Gibbs is midway inside the Liverpool half. To Arshavin. Arshavin to Fabregas. Bender knows he's offside. So it's played to Walcott. Walcott crosses in. Cleared by Carragher on the volley. And Aurelio. Good clearance by him to Babel. Back to Alonso. And Alonso hits it towards the right side. That's a lovely ball to Elzar. Let's see what Elzar can do. His first touch was awful. Arsenal had the ball back and Sylvester with a clearance. Gibbs chases after it. Gibbs slaps it forward. No offside flag, but Aurelio heads the ball back to Reina. 1 minute of normal time to go. Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. Reina hits it long, looking for Babel. Toure gets his right foot to the ball. Torres heads it on, and it's tricked behind by Gibbs for the corner. Well, there'll be more than one attack from Liverpool in the time that remains. But they haven't made the best possible use of corners so far. Mascherano, even he's inside the centre, inside the penalty area rather. It's Aurelio to take it. Fourth official poised. Aurelio plays the ball in, punched away by Fabianski. And goodness gracious, look who's chasing forward now. It's Walcott. O'Shavin's in a great position, practically unmarked. Play to O'Shavin, he can finish off the title here. O'Shavin shoots into the net. It's a remarkable fourth goal for the Russian, and that may have handed the title to Manchester United. We've reached the 90 minutes. O'Shavin driven the ball into the net. It's Liverpool 3, Arsenal 4.
Well, 3 people involved in that move, Alan. The goalkeeper, who made a really, really good punch, gets its way to Walcott, and Walcott was away completely, just one man to beat. And as that man retreated and retreated and retreated, Walcott got his head up, had a look, played a great ball through to Arshavin, and cool as you like, I think he just smashed it left-footed this time past Reina.
Right, I don't know who went off there. Who's going off?
No one yet.
I think it's due to be Bender. Yes, Diaby's on. Bender is off. What a solo performance by Arshavin.
Well, yeah, but also what a brilliant game of football, and congratulations to Arsenal for the way they've just kept going. Some of the football tonight has been absolutely delight to watch.
They certainly have not let Manchester United down. They may be slight rivals, Wenger and Ferguson, but Arsenal have done United proud. I don't know how much time's being added on, frankly. Well, we're only speculating that it might be 5 minutes. I certainly didn't see the fourth official. And their Aggers caught in possession. Liverpool has squandered possession far too often tonight. If it is 5 minutes, we've got 4 minutes to go.
Can't believe some people are leaving.
Liverpool 3, Arsenal 4. Reina hits it upfield. Torres heads it on. Here's Benayoun. Benayoun into Elzar. Elzar shoots. Fabianski saves.
Yeah, decent shot. Great height for the goalkeeper. Along the floor, though, different story.
He's going to take the corner, is he? No, Aurelio rushes across to take it. Liverpool fans sing You'll Never Walk Alone, but the title's gone. Or what hope they had of winning the title, surely. Aurelio, left-footed, in-swing corner, headed up and away. Here's Benayoun, rather. Here's Fabianski with the clearance. To Carragher. Carragher chips it forward. Agger's up an attack. Agger heads it in toward the penalty spot. 3 Arsenal players collide. Well, it might have hit Sylvester's hand, but it certainly wasn't deliberate handball. Not a good clearance by Arsenal. On to Torres. Torres into the penalty. Torres running on his own. Torres running almost inevitably into a defender. It was Sanya who clears it. Carragher heads it down. Here's Alonso. Alonso turns away from Diaby. Crosses deep, deliberately deep, looking for Elzar. Headed back across goal. This must be the equaliser. Benayoun. 4-4. I can't believe I watched 2 games in 7 days that are finishing 4-4. But that is what is happening.
I mean, the ball headed back in by Elzar, but in all, look at Wenger kicking the ball. How upset is he? But in all honesty, Keita Benayoun, he had so much time. What was it, middle of the 6-yard box?
Well, that's right. He hadn't even hit it when I thought 4-4.
Yeah. Howardwell's going to tell Wenger off now.
Well, I guess he is saying calm down. I sort of understand Arsenal's frustration there, actually. I do. And I don't think he meant to kick the ball against Arbeloa.
What about those people who have left?
Well, they'll only have heard the roar. It's not over yet, you know. We've got 2 minutes. 4-4. Astonishing. Benayoun in towards Torres. Sylvester slapped the volley clearance away out of play for a throw-in. It surely can't finish with one side scoring 5 to the other's 4. Mascherano. Left of the penalty area. Crosses right-footed. Very deep. Arbeloa's on the far post. It's headed behind for a corner. It's a corner to Liverpool.
Now he's given a goal kick.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
I thought the initial decision was a corner.
No.
Well, there you go.
No complaint from Liverpool
No
players. No complaint.
I just thought the way he pointed, initially it was a corner.
Wenger's out again.
A minute of stoppage time remains. If the rumour of 5 minutes being added on is correct. Here's Song. Arshavin is on for 5, remember. But it's clear. Elsar for Liverpool. Just does enough to get it towards Benayoun. Intercepted by Diaby. Pass back to Fabianski. And it's clear to the halfway line. Babel heads it forward. Mascherano's there. Hooked away by Sanya. And Walcott is offside. Free kick Liverpool. Last chance Liverpool. And look at Fabregas. He went up the stand. That's going to be a yellow card. Well, he moved away now. But Reina to take the free kick. High towards Arbeloa. Headed away by Arsenal. Cleared by Arshavin to the halfway line. Here's Alonso. Alonso slips one side of Arshavin. He's on the right side. He crosses the ball. It was partly blocked by Arshavin. And Arsenal can counter-attack here. Now here's Aurelio on the halfway line. Back to Alonso. Referee hasn't looked at his watch to my knowledge. Cross high. Agger's still up there. Agger heads it on, but that's bouncing harmlessly through to Fabianski, and that surely will be that. Fabianski throws the ball out. It's with Diaby on the halfway line. Into Walcott. Fabregas is through the middle, and the flag is up for offside, and Fabregas quite deliberately ran on there. I'm sure he knew he was off. I'm sure he knew he was off there.
The referee was in right in the same place as him, so I think he's giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right. Well, I'm sure the linesman have indicated to the referee we played nearly 6 minutes of stoppage time. Reina's free kick. He's going to allow play to continue till it's kicked out. It is penalty, and that looked like a handball. Diaby. Well, it may have hit his arm.
No one appealed for Liverpool.
Arbeloa with the throw-in. And remarkably, play still continues. Elsar goes past the defender. The final whistle is blown. I couldn't hear it. Such is the tumult at Anfield. And what about this? For the second week running, a game is finished 4-4.
Well, I was sat at home last week while I watched Chelsea-Liverpool. And at the end of the 90-plus minutes, I just went, wow. And like for an old cynic like myself, it's a big thing for me to say. And in all honesty, that's all you really want to say tonight. It was absolutely breathtaking. Now,